What is up? What is going on, everyone? What is going on this beautiful Friday evening? RD. What's up, man? San Junipero, what is up? Welcome to the club of the high value engineers. My head is cold. What's going on? I can't see in the mirror. Yeah. Like a real hacker today. Oh yeah, administration. Let me first show the world. We're gonna do some stuff, right? Brian Pedersen, high value hacker. What is up, Brian? Brian, it was your comment. Was it your comment on the function composability shenanigans? Interstellar, what is up? 2K. Yeah, it's already dropped, man. People see that 2K and they wanna do fancy, right? So they just unsubscribed, you know. You know those guys. Oh, it is 2K. It's 2K. Okay. Ioannis, what is up, man? He's ready for his internship at Twitter, Ioannis. Yeah, Brian, I know, man. I understand your comment on that video, but I'm not quite sure how to call that video then. Like function composability, high order functions. You're right. I actually missed that term. But you need to understand, in YouTube you need to have a fancy title, or people don't click it. So I thought function composability, interface composability was my previous video. So it's kind of the same thing. It does the same thing but different. You know what I mean? So yeah. San Junipero, just want to say thank you for all this amazing free content. I'm doing right now at a web dev bootcamp, but might learn Golang after. Looks really interesting. It is, man. Golang is a very nice language, very, very simple, very minimalistic, pragmatic, and everybody in the industry, everybody's using it, right? Especially everybody's using it. Docker, Kubernetes, Twitter. I don't know Twitter, but I know Twitch. Twitch using Golang and all that stuff. So yeah. Brian, yeah, as you talk about it in another video, we quickly waste time arguing. It is, man. It doesn't matter. When his Twitter engineers hate me for taking their jobs, then taking their money and sip margaritas on the beach. That's exactly, Ioannis. That's exactly. Okay, so today we're gonna tackle the beast, and when I say beast, I mean beast. This decentralized poker engine is getting very dirty. I'm not gonna lie. It's getting it escalated quickly, but it is what it is, man. It's not an easy task. My mic OCD kicking in once again. Okay, so we have this table thing, and on the other side, we're gonna open up a game state. Wait, what the fuck am I doing? I need to put myself in a corner. Hop. Here. Top right, where I belong. So we have this game, oh man, my cell phone. Yes, now we can do business. So we have this table, right? That was the previous episode, the previous stream where we did this thing. We have a player struct, we have a table, which basically represents the table, the poker table. Because we had that player list. We had a couple of player lists actually, yeah. So we're gonna replace this with a table, but we can't. Well, we can, but we cannot completely, right? So I thought we could get rid of all the players list and use a table, this map thingy. Although it's very nice that we did this, right? It's very nice that we have this nice abstraction that we can put out some abstraction of the game state into a separate entity, the table entity. But the problem is that if we are going to add players, right? And I will show you. I'm actually just going to do it and I will show you. We cannot deterministically add players to a table because it's a decentralized, it's a distributed environment where all messages are coming as sync, and we cannot be guaranteed that if we add a player on a server to the table at position 0, right? The first position at the table, that it's going to be the exact same position on another machine. So we basically need to have a player list. But hey, that's no big of a deal. So what we're gonna do is, first of all, open up main, and we're gonna take a step back, right? So all these programmatically API messages we're sending to our API server, so we don't need to do it with Postman or whatever. We're gonna nobody's gonna ready. This guy is not gonna fault, and this guy is not gonna fault either. Although we're gonna add player C and player D to the table, well, to the game, and we're gonna connect them with each other here, like this. That's fine. I don't know what music is this, but hey, it is what it is. It's another playlist. To be in the mood. Wait. Players list. Okay. So now we're gonna actually... Forgot a pointer here. Fixed. Alright. So we have this table here in our game state already. It's gonna be initialized here. 6 players. Yeah. The thing is, when are we going to add players to the table? Because the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna wait. I'm gonna delete one players list. This player ready list, we don't care, right? But this players list, we care. We need that because we're gonna add all the addresses of the servers into that list. We're gonna sort them so we have a deterministic list. So everybody across the whole network will have the same deterministic list of players, and we can then use that list. Not to store state, but just to check the position. Basically to add them deterministically on the table when they press take a seat. You know what I mean? So we have some API call that's set player ready, which basically is if you have your UI and you click on take a seat, right? I'm ready. Let's go. Let's gamble some money. You know what I mean? They click on that button, then we're gonna set them ready. That's the exact moment we're gonna add them to the table. And because we have our players list already deterministically thingy, we're gonna use that to add them exactly deterministically on the table. If that makes sense. It's too much deterministically. I know it's too much, but it is what it is. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is because I want to make things a bit more clear. So we're gonna delete here. This current player action, we don't care. Player actions, we don't care. Next player turn. Game status, we don't care because we're going to have a player table which will have all the goodies. So we're going to say table here. There's going to be a G table like this, right? There's going to be a string. So we need to have our table needs to implement the string interface. Let's do that real quick. And you will see why that they are not in the same order. Even if we sort them, it doesn't matter. Yes, here, this string thingy. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make parts, or a format, is it? Let me quickly do this. It's gonna be a slice of strings, like this. And we're gonna say for t length players, I guess. I don't know what it is, but this mic OCD is really... I need to go to the doctor for that. If it's not directly straight or something, then I don't know what it is. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a format, and it's gonna be fmt s print f, and we're gonna do something like this: percentage s, right? P, okay, it's gonna be T seats, Y, if, okay, yes, like this. We're gonna format that stuff. P adder, P game status, and P, current action. That's what we want to know. And I'm going to say parts, going to be append parts format. What's going on here? And then we're going to say strings join parts space. Easy. Okay, so now you're going to say, yeah, but that's not sorted. Yes, I know. There's not going to be a sorted list because a map is not sorted. So what you could do is basically put it back into a map, right? Because we first need to make a we could make it back into a map with all the players because the table seats could be empty. So we need to first fetch the players, put them into a map again, and then basically iterate over the map, which we are 100% sure that they will have a value in it. And then we have a sorted list. But the problem is that each table will have different seats for for each player. It will not be deterministic. So sorting here is not going to help us. It's not going to help us. Trust me. Okay, so we can make run here real quick to see what's going on. What's going on? Players list undefined. 387. 387. Delete this guy. Get him out of here. And people are telling me, yeah, why don't you use clear, right? Because yeah, it's muscle memory. Yeah, so the table is empty. That's all good. So when are we going to? Wait, maybe I should actually have the game state here real quick. Game state. It's gonna be G game current status. Yeah. You see, it's already done, and you're still looking for your shortcut to clear. Well, control. It has already been done. I'm already sipping margaritas on the beach. You know what I mean? And I literally type clear faster than the human eye can detect. You know what I mean? So it's all good, right? It's all good. Game state is 0. Yeah, that's because we need to cast this to a game status. What's going on? Oh, I need to use my mouse. Oh, it's an atomic hint. Disgusting. Get. Oh, I missed. You see? Connected. That's fine, right? So the players are connected. Everybody's in our list. Let me quickly put out the players list real quick. Players list. And this loop, by the way, this game loop is basically completely useless. This loop is just a fancy way to debug the game, right? So it's gonna print out every ticker. It's every 5 seconds we're gonna dump. Everybody's gonna dump his game state, and then we can see what's going on. Otherwise, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. G players list. Do we need to do? Is this gonna work out of the bat? Not quite sure. No, because there will be a mutex in it. Len? No, not Len. What the hell am I doing? What's going on with this players list? List. Players list. List. Is that a thing? Yes. All right, so yes, you see this list, this players list here, and I fixed my terminal. You can see the font is much bigger. It's because somebody told me how to do it. Was looking for that all my life. I was looking for 2 things in my life. Was find a good girl. I fixed that. But the next thing I was looking for was to increase the font of my terminal. So basically my life is complete, man. It's crazy. What do you need to have more? You know what I mean? Good fonts in your terminal and a good wife. It's crazy. So this is deterministic. So what we're going to do now is basically use this player list each time they press ready, right? So normally I have an API, which basically you can send a GET request ready for a specific user. And then it's basically going to use the game state and set that guy to ready. But we are doing it programmatically with a GET request in Golang, so we can, you know, just automate stuff, right? Nobody's going to use Postman. We did that before and we're never going to do that again. What's going on here? Windows. Okay, so we have something. Let me open up API. You will see what's going on. Oh man, this is disgusting. What's going on here? API. Right, this is our API server, and we have these handle functions, right? We have this ready, full, check, bat. We can even bat. We already fixed that, so we were already in a much further state. But because we want to refactor stuff, we basically do a setback. Classic software engineering, right? Classic software engineering. Mike OCD. So what we're gonna do is what's going on here? Player bat. Player ready, right? So we have a player ready here, and we're gonna say game set ready. So we're gonna GD into it. What we're gonna do here is add received status. Not quite sure if we still need to use this. Then we're gonna say send to players because we're gonna distribute that message. So all the other players know that we are ready and can do the same thing with their logic in their game, in their software, in their nodes, whatever you want to call it, their server. And then we're gonna set our status to game status player ready. Set ready is being called when we set ourselves as ready. Man, I feel like in a nightclub or something, right? With all these champagne ladies. You know? Crazy. Yeah, I think we're gonna add us to the table, to the... Table add players. We're gonna add ourselves, right? As glisten adders like this, right? If you set ourselves ready. So if you open up main, we're gonna say 3000. That's yeah. So we're gonna do we sleep 10 seconds. Just because if you don't sleep, then we need to sleep. Make run and see what's going on. Yes. Okay. So basically, we can see that. Wait, I'm gonna halt. I'm gonna halt here because you see the current dealer is 3000 because we if the game state boots up in a fresh state, right? If everything is just booting up, we're gonna assume that the dealer is gonna be the first in the list, which will be the one with the smallest adder, with the smallest listen adder, with the smallest port. In Golang, they call it a listen adder, and not a port. For some reason. And it makes sense because that's the address we are listening to, right? So we're going to say here, game status player ready. Let's ignore next player turn real quick. And then we're going to say the players list is going to be these guys. And then we see our table, right? And our table, we can see that in the table, 3000 is ready. He's connected, which cannot be. That should be player ready. So we have a little bug here. And then we can see that his status is none. Not quite sure. That should be waiting. Do we have waiting? No, none. None is good. No status. That will basically means he did not take any action, right? That's a player action. What is a player action? Fault, check, bet. But He did nothing, right? This guy just took a seat. Give him some time. Why do we have game state display already? Why do we have this table connected? Yeah, of course, because we don't communicate with the table. Oh, this is so nasty. Ice Bear, what is up, man? Welcome. What is up? Welcome to the chat, man. Loyal soldier. Loyal member of the club of the high-value software engineers. Yeah, so the problem is our table here as a pointer to players, right? And I need to see that I don't code in my own window. It's 2K captain. Yeah, it is. Let quick status update. Where is my cell phone? What are we doing? It's the first time I posted this. It's 2K5. It's the first time I posted this to on my other social media. Basically, all my family and friends, they had no clue what I was doing. These guys, they had no clue. Huntery, what are you doing? It's good. And then I'm told them I have 2K subscribers at 2 months. And they, huh? Huh? You see? I don't do that shit, right? I never tell people what I'm doing. I just do it and then I show and then it's what the fuck? It's so funny. You should do the same, right? Never tell anybody what you're doing until you did it. And then stamp it in their face and let them know. Let them know who's boss. Let them know who's the king. Exactly, that's what you need to do. And maybe they are watching. I don't know. Hi, Mom. They don't even know what I'm doing for a job, right? They think I'm fixing printers and such, right? All right, so we need to find a way to add this to our table. Add player. Where is table add? Table add player. Table add. What's going on with my search thingy? Add here. I think you can assume that if we add a player, we can add we can set it to ready. God damn it, man. I think we thought we could simplify it, and I think we're gonna make it more complex, to be honest, because adding a player to the table should set the status, should set the game status to ready. Right. Gotta make a note here. So it's gonna be player. Player. That's what they called me when I was younger. They called me a player. It is what it is. No lying, no kidding. Player, and we're gonna say game status. Game status is gonna be game status ready. And I think we also need a function to update the table. Something like func t table add set player status. The header is going to be a string. And then we're going to be s is going to be a game status, and that's going to be all fine. And we're going to say player okay is going to be actually we need to lock lock mutex, because so we're going to lock the shenanigans, and then we're going to say actually can we do t get player. right? So we have two get player functions, right? So I will show you why. A little trick, very common, right? So we have a get player exposed, right? Capital G from, which basically means this is a public thingy, public function. It's not a method, although it's stable. This is not a method, this is a function. Right? This is syntactic sugar. The only thing you're doing is get player. Is basically this is the function, and the only thing you're doing is put a table here. Right? But it's syntactic sugar. So it's technically not a method. So we're gonna lock, and then we're gonna say get player. So if we don't wanna lock, because we're already locking, we need to call get player with lowercase g. So we don't have these locks with these lock interference, or whatever you wanna call that, lock shenanigans. And what does get player do? Adder. A player, maybe an error, probably. Is that? Yeah, it is. T3B, what is up, man? Hello, the best. Thanks, man. I'm not the best. I don't know. I'm just me, you know? One tip in life, never compare yourself with another. Comparison is the thief of all joy, right? The only competition in your life is yourself. In the gym, on your work, everywhere. The only competition is yourself. You know what I mean? It does not matter how many deadlift, how many kilograms or pounds your training partner lifts. It does not matter. The only thing that matters is that if you train today and you're gonna train tomorrow or next week, you're gonna lift more than you did before. That's the thing. It does not matter how many money your friends make. It matters how much you make in comparison previous year. You are your enemy. You are the competition and nobody fucking else. Okay? PR get player. The question is what I'm gonna do with this error, because set player status returning an error here is I don't know, I don't like that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna panic. Because it's the same thing like in C or in C++. What you would do here, if you don't want this to happen, you would do an assert, right? You would do an assert in C++ or something. You're going to say la 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 la, right? Because you don't want this to happen. Maybe in production you're gonna delete this assert, right? You could do an if-else thingy, an event, where if you're running in production, you're not going to do this assert, but each time you're developing or testing, you're going to have this assert, so you know that it cannot happen. But if it happens, you're gonna get a panic. So you will be 100% sure that you can see that error and fix it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just panic, right? And then we have the player. So we're gonna say P game status is gonna be S, right? I'm confused by these warnings. I'm thinking the value of P is never used. Oh yeah, panic air. Oh my goodness. VS Code too smart. If R is not null. What's going on here? VS Code, please. Alright, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set the status, right? So normally if we test it now, it should be okay. And then we're gonna build this back up until we are back to where we are, right? A little setback, I know, but hey. Yes, now it's fine, right? You see, this player is ready, and in the table he's ready. The next thing we're gonna do is distribute the table, right? That's what we're gonna do. We made one mistake. God damn it. You cannot just add a player to this list, to be honest. Man. What's going on with this? What the fuck is going on, man? I'm getting... Nightbot will take care of these jokers. Just a second, guys. Having some issues. What the fuck is going on? Look at these guys, man. I cannot even ban these guys. They are so fast. What can I do? Remove this guy? Man, this is crazy. They are so fast. Remove this guy. And then remove this and remove this guy, this joker. Let's get him out of here. And this guy, because he's overweight. You know what I mean? This guy is overweight. Let's get him out of here. Remove. Man, a lot of kilos leaving the chat, not gonna lie. This guy. Remove. Just a second. Where did he come from, man? What the fuck? Why me? Why me, man? Why is this back? How do you do that? How do you fucking delete somebody from your Wait, guys, I'm having a little trouble here. Let me. And they are so fast. So I Bro, this raid from my support. This is a raid! They're fucking from your support, that's fine. That's all good, but then they need to talk English, right? And I don't know what the fuck is going on. Anyway, just make sure. I'm getting spammed. And now my OBS disconnecting and everything. Okay, we should be good, right? We should be good now. Are we good? OBS is doing crazy stuff. I'm your sugar daddy. You wish. All right. Oh, man. If somebody want to be a moderator, you can. You can, because you see, I'm losing precious time. You know what I mean? Anyway, it doesn't matter. So basically, what we are doing. Okay, I fixed it, boys and girls and everything else. Oh, man. I don't need a fucking rate, man. Keep your rate at home. You know what I mean? No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Hey, I don't care, I don't care. It's just too funny. It's because they're so fast. I was clicking on these three things, on these three dots, and they're just. It's crazy, man. God damn it. And I'm still new, you know what I mean? I have no clue how to remove somebody. I have literally no clue, man. This guy, who is this? Oh, man, this is so annoying. I don't fucking care. I'm just gonna time everybody out. And actually, I'm gonna time out because I don't know how to ban. You know what I mean? I don't care. Alright, so what I was doing actually, I remember. Yeah, adding players. So we need to have. What's going on here? Yeah, yeah. It's fine. Icebear, there is no... this is YouTube. Icebear, there is literally... I have no clue. There is literally 3 buttons I can press. You know what I mean? 3 buttons. This is not Twitch, right? In Twitch you can do all that fancy stuff. I cannot do shit. You know what I mean? And if I can, please teach me. Because I have no clue what's going on. Budasir Wakar. Chusa GT has learned coding from you. Yeah, it's fine. And he can send as many people as he wants here. But everybody is gonna talk English. You know what I mean? And it's gonna behave. That's the rules. You know? And if they cannot do that, then I don't care. Then they're gonna, I don't know, go back gaming, right? Wasting your time. Wasting your life. You know what I mean? With your beer in your seat. Feeding the whole team of League of Legends. You know what I mean? Dying as 99th player in any battle royale. You know? Wasting your life. That's exactly. Squeaking in a microphone. We don't do that shit here, right? You know what I mean? The only thing we do is make money. And sip margaritas on the beach. G table add player. Yes, that's a problem. We just add him if we set ready, but we can't. We need to find a way to get his position, right? We need to find a way to get his position. And we need this player list. Actually, I have no clue what playlist can, so let me go back to this thing and see what functions we actually attach to this guy. Get. So annoying, man. Guys, if they came in at the end of the stream, I swear to God, because at the end of the stream I don't code, right? We just do a little chill. If they came at the end of the stream, oh man, I would have so much fun. These guys were crying, I can swear to God. They won't sleep. They don't sleep tonight because they were fucking roasted. That's what. But I can't. I'm coding right now, so if they just came. It's a little bit of a shame because I was waiting for this opportunity my whole life to basically shit talk to these fat little kids with brains like peanuts, wasting their whole fucking life being useless. You know what I mean? Being useless, getting picked on school, clapped on the cheeks every week. You know what I mean? These guys, holy crap. I would love to roast them. I would love to get into some beef. Because I literally don't give a shit. But the problem is, right now I'm in a focus mode, so I can't. You know what I mean? We don't have a way to get the index based on an adder, so we need to make this real quick. P players list get index. Based on an adder, we're gonna give it's gonna be an integer. It's gonna return, yeah. We're gonna say, damn, I need to log this. Read log, right? Len p list. What are you gonna do here? I'm gonna return -1, you know? And the reason why, if we don't find an index, it's gonna be -1, and we're gonna think we have an index, but it's not, because it's -1. We're gonna put that into our table, and our table is gonna say what the hell's going on. And we're gonna have a panic, and then we know that's this. I think that's the thing we're gonna do. Because you could say, yeah, why don't you return an error? Yeah, but you can return everywhere an error, and it's, I mean, what we gonna do if this returns an error, and we want to find the index of a player that does not exist in the players list? Then we have a big issue, right? We will see. We will see. We can, if this really is an issue, we're gonna fix it. Oh, what's going on here? Add players. Add players. Yes. So we're gonna say that the index, or we could say actually pos, table pos, is gonna be g players list get index. Is that g listen adder? What's going on? No type ins. Yeah. Clear the highlights. Table pos is this, and then we're gonna say g player add. God damn it, right? So if we add a player, add player on position, pos is gonna be an int or something like that. We can't, right? We fucking can't. You see, there was a reason I'm inventing this player list in the beginning when I was starting this thing. I thought, how can we have a deterministic thing and we should have a player list? And then somebody came in the chat, I think it was Amir, or somebody else, and he said, yeah, why don't you have a player struct that holds a state and put it in a map? And I said, yeah, that's actually a good idea. But now we are implementing this map into our game. We have the same issues once again. Because if we add a player on a certain position, that's dangerous. Atticus was there. Atticus was watching it. But the problem is that you could say it looks, if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. But if you implement it, it makes no sense, because now we're gonna add a player on a certain position. But who's telling us that that position is free? Nobody. Or is it? Maybe it is. Maybe it will be organically okay if we are lucky. You know what I mean? It's not a good idea, but it's, guys, we were almost done with this thing, right? And now we are basically just from the beginning. What is this? This is a rabbit hole of software engineering. It's an ancient old scam that never stops. Guys, based on position, it's basically the whole shebang, right? It's gonna be this function, and we cannot. It's gonna be this function, and then player table is full. Get next free seat. I mean, what we could do is actually sort the player table. It's a map, but we can sort it, right? You can make a sorted map in a way. You see, these are the points you quit your project. I swear to God, this is the point I say, fuck this shit, man, I'm gonna do something else. It's so demotivating. We already were basically betting values and doing all that shenanigans, and now we're basically figuring out how to make a player ready and sit down on a table. This is crazy. But hey, by the way, let's comment this out, right? And we're gonna say it's a new player. The table pos is basically the pos we get. Yeah. There's this next free seat. Actually, is not needed. This status player ready, because we adding a player on the table, and then yes. And what is this? Nothing. Player table is full. Maybe that should actually return an error. What do you think? I'm gonna say error. Right. Add player on position. Listen, adder, and then table pos. Because we're adding it with the players list, which is deterministic. So basically, our table should also be deterministic. Correct me if I'm wrong. Alright. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do, is this gonna work, we're gonna set player ready. This is when we are set the rest of the players ready in the network. Which is gonna be the same thing, I guess. Let's copy this whole shebang. Players ready, yeah. This receive status, I'm not quite sure if we need it. Maybe I should make it to do. Check if we really need this. And what's going on? Add, please. Oh. Big mistake. Listen adder, that's not good. It needs to be from. And actually set player ready from, it's a bad thing. We're gonna call this adder. Makes sense, address. And address here. Clear. You didn't see it, right? So make run. What we could do is actually show, I know I have a very good idea. Quickly check what the status is. We're doing good, guys. We are at... Okay, what we're gonna do is it's working, right? So you can see everybody has... It's not working. It's working. This is wrong. This is wrong. It's working, but we made a little mistake. Did you see it? I see it. Here. Let's copy paste, right? This is the classic copy paste issues. It's add player on position, but we say listen adders, but that's not true. That needs to be the adder, right? And what I want to do quickly is go to table, which we are in. So it's all good. We're going to do... yeah, and I think I missed a lot of messages, by the way, because these jokers were invading the chat for no reason at all. I'm just a poor guy streaming coding, man, with only 5-6 viewers, and they come they come and disturb my channel, please. Let me see. Man, I can't even see it. The only thing I can see is Atticus with Jesus. And all the rest is up. Sorry, guys. If I missed your chat, I'm so sorry. It's these guys. I'm not going to say what country they're from because... But you know. I know you know. So, you know what I mean? But hey, guys, they need to leave because it's time to play their... I don't know what they're going to do. Trying to get out of Bronze League. That's what you're trying to do. Actually, there is a special league for them. It's the Wooden League. You know what I mean? Yeah. Here. So, what is this format string? Here. No. Here. Right, so we're going to say the address of the player, the game status, and maybe we're going to say the position of the table, which is going to be a D. Yeah. And then we're going to say it's going to be a T. No. P table pos. And I knew this table pos, this variable inside of the struct, came in handy in the future. And you see, I'm typing clear, even though my screen is cleared. Can you understand? Then you're far away. Then you're lost. Then you're completely lost. Nobody can cure you anymore. It's working like intended, and it's looking good. Maybe we were panicking for no reason. So, we here is basically the adder of the node printing this out, right? And he's telling us, I have a table, and in this table there is a player 3000 sitting at position null, which is the first place, which is the dealer spot, you know what I mean? His status is player ready, and he take no action. And everybody has the same thing. So what we're gonna do now is, have some fun, right? This is where coding is fun, where you can do these experimentations and see everything failing. We're gonna say player 4001 is gonna be ready. And if that works, then we boot everybody up. The problem is, maybe we should do... We cannot read this, man. We cannot read this because there's too much going on here. Everybody's ready. Yeah, of course. Now he's gonna start dealing. Yeah. Of course. Now, now he's dealing because there are enough players, right? What we're gonna do is we're gonna quickly make sure we initiate shuffle and deal is this thing. Initiate. What's going on? Init. It's so small. This little thingy. In Vim it's big, right? In Vim you have a big thing. You can see what you're typing. But on my screen, and if somebody knows how to make this border here, right? You see this? This small thingy? If somebody can make this bigger, oh, I swear to God. You are my day saver. That's also something I'm looking for my whole life, how to make that bigger, because it looks, maybe on your screen, it looks that it's big, but I cannot see it. I cannot see what I'm typing, which you normally shouldn't, but sometimes, you need to see. Here, initial shuffle and deal. What we're gonna say if player's ready. This we're gonna change actually, because I think that should be table LAN players. Player TLM. So we're gonna quickly not deal. We're gonna just return here, right? So we cannot deal. So we can clearly see if everything is deterministic, and if that's done, then we're gonna deal, and then we're gonna. Why do we have still that stupid players list in that thing? What's going on? Oh yeah, the table is here. Oh man, what's going on? Getting cold. Alright, that's looking a little bit better, a little bit cleaner to see what's going on, right? Of course, we don't know whose table it is. It's we can actually it's this table. Alright, I'm gonna quickly stop it and then I'm gonna see. So we have this nice deterministic list, right? You see? Now the table is deterministic thanks to the player list. So the player list, guys, I know it's a very hot topic on my stream, especially if we are doing the decentralized thing, but the player list saves the day once again, eh? Everybody's ready. That's beautiful. All right, so oh my god. Now we're gonna deal. So, what I think we can do is basically, I'm gonna comment these out. You never know. You never know. We're gonna do this carefully, like a surgery, like an open aorta surgery, right? This very, very, very carefully. Pinpoint precision, but with high speed. But precise. That's good, gets good. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Alright, deal. Here, deal to player, right? We're gonna do this initial shuffle and deal. Not quite sure if we need this shenanigans. Actually, let's make it a little bit subtle. And we're gonna say deal to player, which is G player list get. But I don't think we need this anymore, so I'm gonna do this, right? So I have some versioning, and I'm gonna say deal to player adder, and it's gonna be G table get player after. Get player after. After who? After ourselves. G listen adder. Oei, oei. Oh, it's an error. What's going on here, please? We're gonna say here, do we want this error? If R is not null. What are we gonna do here? I have no clue. I'm gonna panic, man. I literally have no clue how we gonna... That's the thing, right? You could say, yeah, but you need to panic, but what are we gonna do with this error? Not dealing? Take the next player? Who's telling us that the next player is a good one? If we don't have the next player after the... I'm gonna panic for now. We will figure something out. What is this? Whoa. It's a player. I see. Oh man, what's going on here? Basically, So we could say deal to player, and then you're gonna say adder, right? Adders like this. Dealing cards. And then they're gonna receive that stuff. And that's here, right? That's in this is a big function. The shuffle and encrypt, that's a nasty one. So the yeah, we need to check this. The pref player is gonna be G players. That's not true. So we're gonna comment this out. We're gonna say pref player is gonna be G table get player before. It's gonna be or self or listen adders, right? It's gonna be an error. Although I'm not gonna ignore the error, but I'm gonna panic. So we know that something is wrong. Like I said before, and I will say it again, there is no reason we cannot recover from this problem. We cannot recover. If we don't have a player before us, and we're getting cards dealt to, then I don't know what's going on. San Junipero, Anthony GG, you're also playing poker in your free time. Well, yeah, I did when I was younger, I did. I played some online poker, but it was just because it was hype, right? It was a hype. So I know how it works, but I am still not. I'm not. You're probably gonna steal all my money. Yeah, pref player here. So if this is a check, a very important. What's going on? Yeah, it's not being used. Yeah, okay, VS Code, I know, but you confuse me with your errors. So you're gonna check if you are getting cards dealt to, then we need to be sure that the adder, the guy that sent us these cards, needs to be exactly before us, right? We cannot receive cards from somebody else. It needs to be the guy or the girl or a thing just before us. And that's what we're gonna check here. So it's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be an adder. And I think we're gonna have some troubles here. That's what I thought. And maybe I'm coding in my screen. No, it isn't. It's fine. So we're then gonna say the dealer is gget current dealer. It's again a nasty thing. I think this can work perfectly fine. So pref player. I don't think we need to. Then deal to player is going to be G players list get next position on the table. That's we're gonna do the same thing. I'm not gonna copy, but because we're gonna come into issues, we're gonna say deal to player is gonna be this G table. It's gonna be G table. Confused. Gets player after myself is gonna be G listen adder. It's gonna be an error, eh? Panic again. A lot of people gonna say, "What the hell are you doing? You're panicking." They added this keyword for a reason. Get this player out of the deterministic sorted list. Yeah, I see. We already have that, man. What the hell are you talking about? It's old news, man. Old news. Send to player message, yada. Adder. Is this gonna work out of the bat? my refactor here? Not quite sure. Gotta see. Oh yeah, of course. Of course, we can search for return, but we're gonna have a bad day. This is a stake action. It's already. It's in shuffle. It's initiate. Set player ready, I guess. Is it this set player ready? Yeah, here. So we do this return. We can. The thing is, we need to if we set our status, we need to also update the status in the list. But that we can do that later on. Okay, so we'll basically keep dealing. We are in pre-flop though. We are in pre-flop, but I think I saw some issues. I think I saw some big issues here. We are dealing. But we are there actually. It's not too bad, to be honest. Yeah, we initiating a couple times. If we are the dealer and we receive the message from the previous player on the table, we advance to the next round. That's exactly what happens, right? Wait. First things first, eh? Here. G set status. It's fascinating. San Junipero. It's fascinating that you know everything off the top of your head. I'm new as a programmer and have to look up most things on Stack Overflow. Normally, that's completely normal, man. Don't, like I said, don't. It's completely normal. It's completely normal. I was the same thing, guys. Where I come from is the same thing. I did the same exact thing. But the thing is, I have a lot of coding hours in it. A lot, especially in Golang and coding in general. A lot of hours. And to be honest, I coded a lot of time without any type hinting. What? But I think this just... What's going on? I would have turned them off again. I don't know what's going on. I want to turn off my suggestions, but apparently it's not working. False, false, false. I actually do. Doesn't matter. So what I did in the beginning, what I did a lot, I think a couple years, I just used Vim with nothing. But literally nothing, right? Just Vim. No plugins. Vim. No type hints. Just legit nothing. That's how I coded a lot of time. And that's why I know almost everything on the top of my head. All these functions, because I know. Because yeah. That's what I'm always telling people and they don't believe me. It's invest time. It's the same with Vim, right? And I remember, if it was yesterday, and I told him, because he's on my Discord, an old colleague of mine, they were laughing at me. I was using Vim. And I was just learning Vim back in the days on a job. And I was using Vim, right? And a lot of people are learning Vim at home and then they use their editor at their work because they want to be... if you use Vim at your work and you're just learning it, you're going to have a bad day. But I didn't care. I just used Vim. And I was super slow with it, right? Because I was learning it. And they were all laughing at me. Old school terminal. You're so slow. You cannot even quit Vim. You cannot even quit Vim. You see? And I told these guys, and that's what I'm telling a lot of people, I'm investing time right now to buy it back later. That's what I told them in their faces. And the whole fucking company is on my YouTube channel. Who's laughing now? Huh? Huh? Who's laughing now? That is what it is. I'm always investing time to buy it back later. It's the same thing. I was coding without suggestions, so I know it all at the top of my head. You see? I see still people using their mouses. I was watching a very good YouTuber, by the way. A very good guy, but he's still using his mouse. I think, how can you fucking program like that? It takes so fucking long. How is this possible? It hurts me by seeing that. How? Throw your mouse out of the fucking way and use your key bindings. It does not need to be Vim. You can use just normal key bindings. It doesn't need to be Vim. It can be any fucking key bindings that doesn't allow you to use your mouse. It's fine. It's hard. I understand. It's gonna be hard for weeks, but after that, you're gonna have a walk in the park. You know what I mean? Oh man, what am I looking for actually? Oh, the status, this preflop status here, right? So we're gonna say G table at set player. Is this a thing? Is this what I turned off? No, it didn't. Set. The only thing why suggestions are handy is because, for example, I have a package or a strict or something, and I'm not quite sure what it has of functions because you cannot know everything, right? And then you can just do dot, right? And then you can see, oh, it has add player, right? You know what I mean? Set player status. I think that's something like that. I'm gonna say game status. And actually, I have an idea, man. I have an idea. G set status here. Can I do this? The thing is, in this table, is this locked? Because we need to be careful, because we're and normally Vim should basically do the searching should not be capital thingy. You should search for everything that doesn't matter if it's capitalized or not. Yeah, we're looking. It's good. It's good. What the hell? Macron. Blazingly faster. What is up, man? Always happy if I see Blazingly faster. I don't know what it is with this guy, but he always makes me feel happy. I don't know what it is. This guy is legit. He's legit smart. Always helpful. It's an honor to have such a guy in my community. It's legit. Fame is around to come. Elias, your live streams are the best. Don't ever stop. I won't, man. I won't stop. Although, guys, I have some news. I'm gonna decrease them a little bit. And I will talk about this later on. I will talk about why. But I'm gonna live stream. But you're gonna sound like George St. Pierre. It is. George St. Pierre, man. Like I said, I am the George St. Pierre, but I don't take the ice baths. I don't take Florian Verhelst. Sounds Belgium to me. Atticus, blazingly faster. There is no way to make the VS Code status bar larger. That's an insult, man. Blazingly faster doesn't use VS Code. Come on! What is up, man? Yeah, sure, man. Like I said, let's do 20 minutes more coding, and then we're gonna celebrate the 2K subs. We're gonna shit talk. We're gonna answer some questions. We're gonna, I don't know. I'm gonna be your slave, and we're gonna. But this music makes me feel like, you know, you and your girl. You have a new girlfriend. You met somebody, you know. Listen, and you're sitting in the seat, and you know what's going to happen, right? But she doesn't yet. But you know it in your mind. It's already happening in your mind, you know. And you're waiting the right time, you know. But you're still a little bit scared because she maybe you know, watching a movie, but you're actually not watching the movie because you're thinking, how am I gonna do this? 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 You know, that feeling. Yeah. That's it. I see it. I see it in your eyes, man. Oh man. Yes. Okay. So we have a problem. Player 7000 is not on the table apparently. I don't know what happened. Maybe he's broke or something. This is nasty to debug. Suddenly, right? Suddenly isn't there anymore. I think it's just a data race condition. Pretty sure. No, it isn't. What the hell is going on? It's just because I set the status. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. It would be interesting to put it in set status, but I'm not gonna do it. Oh, this is getting so fucking nasty, guys. This is. Well, nasty. There's something you need to understand, right? There's something you need to understand, and I had the same feeling when I was. It's gonna be some advice. You all start projects, and the first thing you do is make it clean, right? And it's all good. You're happy. There's dopamine inside of your brain, but then. And you try this maybe a couple of times, and each time, no matter what happens, no matter how clean you start, it always ends up complicated. Well, that's coding. It is what it is. I think my music playlist is. I'm gonna set something. I'm gonna use something else. Just a second. What I'm gonna do. And I have a license, right? I have a license here. So I can use this, I can use it freely. We were listening to the 80s Vivid inspired by the most glamorous decade in the music. I always use, we could do Christmas things, but I don't think it. I eat this one. Gaming a curated list for your Twitch streams. Play collection. What's going on here? So fucking slow, this thing, man. Cows at the spaceship. All right. So, like I was saying, is that it's always going to be complicated. There is no way in Earth. Writing code is complicated. It is what it is. Everything is going to be dirty. Everything. It's not dirty. It's just a lot of code, a lot of stuff going on. It is what it is. That's what you need to live with. It's the story of life. Trust me. Game status. Reflop. Here. No. Here. Sets. No, it's not. If I'm the dealer, Gilles is nether. What? Pre-flop. Web dev looks so simple compared to what you're doing here. Yeah, it is also. Web dev, it's much more simpler. It's much more... well, it's more simple. That's not being said. What's going on? We are doing local... Wait. That's not being said. Like, React stuff, web stuff, I sometimes laugh with that, right? But actually, to be honest, it's also an engineer. It's also engineering. It's very important. And I'm going to be honest, maybe it's even more important than what we are doing because... You are the bridge between user interaction and these complex systems built on top of it, right? So it's very important also. But it's knowledge at its own, right? It's a niche. And it depends. I can do web dev, right? I can write every single React. And you can challenge me if you want. I can do a live stream and I can code whatever you want in React. With hooks and everything. I know all that stuff. I don't use it, but I know it. I legit know it. And if you don't believe me, you know who I am. I always walk the talk. You can do a live stream and code this and I will do it. Tailwind and I will make something beautiful. React query or whatever these shenanigans is, I'm using it. Easy. Redux, I'm not using that's complete garbage. I don't know. A lot of people using it, but I don't like it. With those reducer and then you have that other thing. What the hell's going on, guys? They should make coding simpler and they do all that stuff. It's crazy. No, man, I'm using Zustent. Zustent store. Do you know that? Zustent. Look it up. I will write it in the chat. Oh no, Amir is here. We need to tell him the news. Zustent. This thing is what I'm using. Zustent. It's a very good state management, very simple, and it's clean. You don't need to do all that shit. Amir, I have bad news. Our table is okay, but we need to have our playlist. We still need to have our playlist because there is no way we can otherwise deterministically put the tables at the right spot, right? Because it could be that if some player joins a table, it's going to be in another spot on another node because asynchronous environment. It's not gonna, yeah, it's like so I have a new function, Amir. I have a new function, and that's basically this one. Oh man, add player on position, right? Add player on. The only thing we have is when nodes connect or connected, we put them into a list, right? In the players list we already had, so we can sort them and have a deterministically list of all the players, right? But if they set ready, then we're gonna add them to the table, and we're gonna add them based on the position they have in the player list, and that's it. That's the only thing we use the player list for, right? And all the rest is stable, so it's fine, right? It's a good it's good. San Junipero, I tried to make a poker game in GS for my web dev bootcamp project in the end, but when I see what you are doing here, it thinks, yeah, but. Sorry for bad English, I'm from Germany. It's fine. No worries, John Silipero. But the thing is, I'm making a decentralized poker engine, right? So a decentralized poker engine, that's why it's so complex, right? If you're just making a normal poker engine, that's much more easier. Because it's not the poker logic we have issues with. It's basically making sure we it's the dealing encryption, the dealing round trip again, and all that stuff. That's the complex thing, and all the messages, and we need to make sure everybody has the right state, right? It's a distributed peer-to-peer network, so we need to make sure that every node has the same state. Yeah, that's the thing. Hey, Ice Bear, have a nice night, man. Have a nice night. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's decentralized. That's why it's so complicated. San Junipero, I hope one day I reach your level. Of course you will. It's like I said, trust the process. Trust the process, man. It's copy style, copy the style, copy the behavior, and you will get auto. And already visualize in your head. Already act and think and code and talk like you're a professional. I swear to God, people laugh at this, but guys, listen, it's no joke, man. You need to... Although you're not at the level you need to be, because you're young, or you're just starting out, it doesn't matter. You need to act, talk, code, think, whatever, like you're already a professional at elite level. Right now. As of today. That's what you need to do. I swear to God. It is. Although you're not it, you need to think it. And act like it. And then it will come. And that's what I did. And I do it with everything. Okay, there's one thing. This table. Oh yeah, it's the table. But I did it. 3 preflop, preflop, preflop. Oh, yeah, it is. It's working actually. What's going on? But of course, only for the guy. I see. So okay, cool. Yes. Okay, it's kind of working. That's fine. I think it is a preflop message. Is that? Message preflop, it is this, and then we have a server preflop. Oh, I was there. Yes, no, what I'm doing. Here, message preflop, handle preflop, yes. Hop, set status. Okay. It's the big status here. G set status, and I'm gonna say G table. Set player. What's going on here? Set player status. G. Listen adder. game status. Actually, S, please. Of course, we set a double, but this is for our state itself, and this is for our table, which we should encapsulate in one function. I know, but we did it, and then we got a big panic. So let's first try it like this. I try. You see what's going on? It's always when we try to set a status, we get a problem. But what I was thinking, actually, to be honest, do we have 7,000 actually in the list? That's the question. I try, but it's kind of overwhelming when you start. It's overwhelming, but just so. Yeah, of course. Look at this. Look at the shenanigans. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine, right? Of course, now we don't set the status, right? Of course, we made a lot of progress, right? We made a lot of progress. Now we just need to bite this this sour apple, or how do you say that? I think we need to reboot this a couple times until we have this list okay. Yeah, I see what's going on. You see this table thing? I know what's going on. So we're setting the status, but the 7,000 is in the list, but it's not yet on the table. It's not yet on the table. So, and that's Amir. That's the reason why I told you that having this player status, we need to keep updating. It could be a problem. And that's why I was working with these received, right? This player actions and all that stuff. But I think we can work. Let me quickly set myself in comfort. Is this fine? Man, this mic, man, this is crazy. Crazy mic. Actually, this is bad. I need to think about this again offline. What I'm gonna do with this player table is okay. I truly believe that the player list is a good option, and that this list, having this list of it's basically a way to separate the players that are connected and the players that are actually seated at the table. I think that's a very good abstraction. So we can use the player list for the players that are actually connected to the servers with each other. And then we can use the table for actual game logic. Can you make a function to check if a certain player is on the player, then try to change its status? Well, that's what we're doing, right? So we are setting the status of our own. No, let me quickly see. So we set status, right? This is just set our own status. It's no. We set the status, it's our own status, so it's our own listen adder, and we cannot even find ourselves on our own fucking table. This is so weird, actually. This is weird. You see, if I remove this, So we keep dealing. I understand. We need to fix that. There's something wrong with the dealing. The dealing mechanism is broken. So we only set our own status, but we cannot broadcast the status. Right? And if we set the player status, it's not in the players list. Let's print this table out, actually. Boom. Panic. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, I know what it is. Of course. Of course, the game starts, right? So because it's asynchronous, right? So, yeah, I see it. Also happy that I still printed that out, this playlist. It makes sense. So what happens is, let me show you. Oh man, this is insane. I'm happy actually. I was so depressed. Well, not depressed, but demotivated that I know what it is. And actually, thanks to this, yes. Thanks to this playlist, you want to fix it. So to the table, not to the playlist. Yeah. Here. No. Wait, it's gonna be smaller too. Yes. Oh, look at this. You see? You need to find stuff. So we're gonna say land. So if there. So basically, if the players are less than 2, because then poker you need 2 players to go heads up, minimum, right? So from the moment we have more than 2 players, we're gonna start doing our stuff, right? So that basically means that if player 3 comes into the game, then players for 4,000 come into the game. The game starts, right? The game starts. We have all the players in our player list, but there are only 2 players in the table because the game is starting. So, but we are sending messages to everybody, right? But we can't. We can only deal, and that's actually an issue in our in our to-do list actually. Here, I think we already cleared that issue, which is actually back, right? It's already back, yeah. But that's why it's cool, because you have versioning in your to-do list if you put it in Git. It's the same thing like Jira, but much faster, much cheaper, right? Where do we send that? Send to players. Do we do this? Send to players. These are the addresses, right? Need this one. Get all other players. That's not true. There should be only the players that are in the players table. I think that's simple, because then we can just say, instead of this shenanigans, is there a world where we need to notify everybody? I'm gonna not quite sure if you have G table. What can we do? G table. Players. What does it return? I have no clue. Man. I see no. I cannot see this status bar. It's like so tiny, man. I cannot see what's going on. Players is the size of player. Okay, cool. There's no error and everything. Okay. No error and everything. So we have these players here. Then we're gonna say we make a list. Adders is gonna be an. Make me. Let's make it good. Let's make it perfectly. I'm gonna say this. Make a slice of strings, which is gonna be len. Pre-allocated list. If you can pre-allocate your slices, do it. Then we're gonna loop. Boom. Boom. Oh no, that's why I turned that off. I turned that off, man. To make a. Oh man, now I need to type this loop. I hate this. Len players. Y++, right? What's going on? See, that's why I hate these loops, man. Let's save this for the sake of formatting. Yeah. Alright. We're gonna say others Y is gonna be players Y. Other. What's going on here? Return address, right? I'm just thinking out of loud. Make a timer for 1 minute, for example. After 1 minute, the game begins. Yeah. I was thinking... I mean, we think the same, man. We think the same. I was thinking this also. But yeah, isn't that a bit it's cheesy? Like, okay, we start the game, then we wait so everybody's connected. Yeah. Because you don't know, right? Because it could be that we are playing a game. Like, we decide, oh, yo, Amir, gonna play some decentralized poker. Yes, we boot it up. Why should we wait 1 minute? Of course, if we start with 6, then... Something to think about. You had a point. I was thinking the same, but I thought it was a little bit cheesy. I think the game should function without a timer. The game should function like it is. And the people that are late, yeah, they just need to wait. Right? To wait. Is this a thing? Is this a thing? Is this it? Yeah, after our 2 people start counting, alright. Okay, this thingy get other players basically doesn't work because it will work, but I need to think about a little bit deeper, and I've literally no think power left. So we're gonna just do what Amir is telling us once again. Amir with the solutions. Amir is basically the guy that confirms what I was thinking, so I actually do it. Of course, the player, I'm gonna be honest, the table was completely Amir's proposal, Amir's solution. The player's table, right? I didn't thought about this, not a second, so congrats, cheers to Amir for that. But the timer, I was thinking about it, is it gonna work? So basically, where is this thing? Here. So we have here. Let me say time, sleep. I'm gonna say time second, and we're gonna say times 1. No, minute. Actually, 68. That's actually nasty, right? I mean, we don't need the match to make it work. Actually, I think 5 is enough. 5 seconds is enough, so everybody is connected. Trust. I'm hungry, man. I think we are... No. We cannot sleep for 5 seconds because we need to... It needs to be... 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Let's sleep for 14 because we are doing these sleeps in our main. You know what I mean? We're doing sleeps in our main. So let's chill for 12 seconds and do nothing. Everybody's ready. He's gonna shuffle soon. He's shuffling. He's shuffling too much. He's shuffling too much. Well, stop shuffling, man. Everybody's pre-flop, which is insane, right? It's working. Although we need to check the statuses of the table, right? Because they are separate, so we need to update them. But everybody's gonna have the pre-flop, even though in a tables list, if they are at the same machine, you're gonna have the same. So it's working, but we are dealing too much. That's the thing. But that's a small bug. That's a small issue. But everybody is pre-flop, right? Because everybody here is in pre-flop, right? But it's not here in pre-flop because it's the table. And we need to update that. Let me see. Let me quickly see if we can do that. It's weird that we're dealing too much. We'll start dealing too much. Not quite sure why. We could fix that real quick. And then we're gonna... It's almost time to do some talking and then eat because I'm hungry. And I'm gonna tell you why about streaming. I will tell you something. Holy shit. We're doing good, man. Okay, so... Set status. Maybe we should actually... What are we doing in server, man? I'm gonna open up game set here because I'm making myself get used to always code in the right screen. It's weird. So let's switch it up. Let's open up, I don't know, table here or something. You see? Sonic the Hedgehog. Speed. Status. Table. We don't need this table anymore. We do that, right? We already do that. Set status. We do this stuff. Yeah, that's set player status. You see? Yeah. Look at this. We're gonna fix this in a blink of an eye. Delete the table. Delete the table. Save. Clear the highlight. And then we're gonna say set player. Problem is set player. I'm gonna find it like this then. That's the table. What I'm doing here. Where do we set the status of a player? We never had a function to do that. We never had a... We never had a function to do that. Because our... We can do it here and handle player action, but that's for later. So when do we know we can increment the shuffle and encrypt, right? Here. So this basically means that this is the pref player, which is the player we received, right? So what we could do is G table. Man, I'm legit. G table set player status. It's gonna be the pref player Pref player other, and it's gonna be what status? But wait. No, that's not true. Ah, fuck. We don't have a way to do that. That's a problem. We can. We could say, but that's, we could say here that if you're in pre-flop, and we set everybody in pre-flop. Because if we are in pre-flop, everybody's in pre-flop, right? If you're a dealer, something like that. And how do we do that with another one? Let's say we are not a dealer. What we could do is everybody sets the status of the previous player to pre-flop for his own state. You see, that's why I hate state. This is so weird. Look at this. This makes no sense at all, Amir. You see, you set status, but everybody on everybody's node will have the correct status. You can see this, right? You can see this. We are 7,000, right? So we can see that our table, we are pre-flop. But for example, in 3,000, we can see that in our 3,000 table, we are pre-flop, but player 7,000 is not pre-flop. So we are actually duplicating the state from another to ourselves, but there is no way we can know unless the previous player to set the status. Is that? Because this is so it's actually nasty. We need to think about it. I'm gonna do this in my to-do list. This is not for now. This is it's okay. There's no bug or something. It's just a very weird way to do something, and that means find a way to set the of the other players in the table. All these statuses actually I can't, are working fine. I'm able to do it here actually. All the statuses are working fine, but only ours is set in our copy, in our local version of the table, of the players table. Help, decode this. Get push origin master. Okay, cool. All right, we can talk about some things and then okay, good progress so far. Just some annoying things because we need to maintain state. That's why I don't like state, because you need to maintain it, especially if the state is not ours but state from somebody else in the network. That's nasty. That's bad news. You should not do that. But yeah, it is what it is. Actually, I have no clue why we do that, to be honest. Why are we keeping track? Anyway, it doesn't matter. What? Yeah. I don't think we need to have the state of another person in our table, because we don't. Maybe we're gonna delete this. Not the table, not the players table, but the state inside of it. Like the current action, the current game status we don't need. Maybe the current action or something. I have not, because the current action we know. Not sure. We will see. Are there any questions? Something we need to talk about. Oh yeah, the streaming thing. So I decided I'm gonna cut down the days I'm gonna stream, right? Because I'm gonna be 100% honest. It's not that I don't have the time for it. It's just that streaming is... The reward for streaming is not that high as the reward for doing something else at that time, right? Because I need to do... I'm working on the handbook of the high value... the blueprint or handbook of the high value software engineer. So I'm writing that right now. It's basically my 15 years of experience as programming, as making startups, failing startups, going wrecked once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6 times, right? Getting fired everywhere. My personality, the way I became what I became, well, everybody thought that I was a loser and nonsense. You know what I mean? But look at me. I'm no nonsense. I'm driving a 310 HP car with a color that costs more than a normal car. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But so that's what I'm doing. I also making videos. I'm also doing my Patreon stuff where I'm legit doing a lot of high value content, right? So if you're not subscribed yet to the channel, subscribe to my channel. Consider subscribe to my YouTube channel. Join the Discord, and if you really want to take your level to a step higher, you can join the Patreon, where I'm dropping very high level, very in-depth things in Golang, right? And also Rust later on and everything, right? So that's what I need to work on, and all these small videos that gives me a lot of exposure, right? These smaller Golang videos, these smaller Rust videos, the comparing videos. That gives me a lot of exposure, a lot of views, right? So I need to make... How long does it take to make me that video? Maybe it takes me 40 minutes because, yeah, some editing and all that stuff, and I'm done. But I need to stream... And I have... People... Sometimes I have 1,000 viewers on a video, maybe 15k viewers. No, not 50k. 1.5k viewers. And I'm getting there a lot of subscribers out, right? A lot of exposure out. But for streaming... It takes me 2 hours... But it only gets 200, 300 views or something. You know what I mean? But I was literally streaming every day. You know what I mean? I was literally streaming every day. So I think that's a little bit too much, right? So I think I need to organize my time a little bit better and cut down the days of streaming to 3 or 4 days in a week. Maybe 3, right? Or 4. Where we're gonna do cool stuff with the community. Like I'm also planning a Golang review where you guys can give me your repo, your project, what you're doing or whatever, and I'm gonna review it and give positive feedback and change some stuff so you can see what you can improve on. So if you like that, I'm actually looking for more repos. So jump into the Discord and post your repo into the repo channel. So that's that. But I think 4 times a week is good, because besides that I can work on other stuff, right? I can work on more videos, more content, scaling up the community, scaling up the brand, scaling up everything. I also have my own company, you know what I mean? I need to do a lot of stuff. I'm a busy guy, you know what I mean? So yeah. I'm here sad, but I'm gonna stream, guys. I'm not gonna leave, right? I'm just gonna, instead of 7 days of 7, I'm gonna cut it down to 4 days out of 7. You know what I mean? So I have 3 days, not to rest, but 3 days to scale the community even more. You know what I mean? I'm gonna scale this thing. Like I said before, this is not I'm not a joker. I'm gonna take over, right? I'm gonna make the club of the high value. I'm gonna make the club of the high value software engineers big, because it's time to fill the gap between tutorial code and things and real code, so you don't choke at your job. That's very important, because you can make as much tutorial as you want. Stop reading books, it's bad. You will see. Read the handbook of the high value software engineer and you will see what books are bad. But because by the time your book is done, I'm already sipping margaritas at the beach, right? You can read a book, but if your book is done, It's slow. Books are fucking slow. Who is reading books? But if your book is done, I already coded 10 projects and get real life feedback. You know what I mean? That's the thing. So I'm going to teach you everything, and I'm going to scale it up. I'm going to make a website and all that stuff, so it's going to be nice. Wish you luck on your new strategy. It's not you. Yeah, it's Amir. You make it look like it's a new strategy. It's just like I said, these 3 extra days, evenings I have, I can spend them to even provide you with more content, right? More specific content, because streams, it's hard for people. They see making a decentralized poker engine in Go, but what are they gonna do? Where are they gonna find what they are looking for? It's hard for them, right? So I'm gonna make more straight to the point videos, right? And of course, for the people that like to see these kind of things, there will be enough, right? There will be enough available. Okay, come on, let's go, shoot. I have a problem, but it's not really a problem. Classic Kamal. This is classic Kamal. Insider, this is the way. What do you mean, Insider? You prove me right? That I need to do it, that I need to cut down streaming and provide more straight to the point videos to scale it even better? What do you think? Insider, I know you're a smart man. I know. To be honest, everybody is smart in my community. I don't know, I'm not sure what it is. But in my community, there are no jokers. Nobody's joking around here. No joking around. I forgot to make marketing, man, this stream. I'm so stupid. I forgot to make marketing in the beginning of my stream. God damn it! There is a way to import stuff only when needed in Go. Like, for example, if I'm making an ORM package. What do you mean by that, Kamal? I think I know what you mean. I need my SQL driver Postgres, yeah, SQLite, of course. But people, when import my package, will be afraid of all the depend. Yeah. As long as you provide, of course, I'm gonna make value, man. I'm gonna make value, but you need to understand that a lot of people listen. There are a lot. Listen, YouTube it works like this. There are people like Amir, Insider, Kamal, and a lot of other people that love to see what I'm doing. Right? I'm just creating a poker game. Nobody has a clue what's going on because it's normal, right? You can see some things, you will understand, but the thing you don't have a clue is because you're not coding it yourself, right? If I see somebody else coding, and it's like, I cannot know what's going on because sometimes I jump in 1 hour, I jump in after 10 minutes, so I'm not quite sure what he's doing, so it's weird. But I love to see him coding because he's stumbling across issues and he's trying to fix stuff, and so it's nice to see, right? It's just cool to see. I love to see that. It motivates me, it helps me to do, it makes me to do the same thing like he's doing, and it keeps me going. And I'm learning stuff. Right, I did it my whole life. I watched George Hotz, Jonathan Blow, all these guys. I'm watching them, even Jose Valim when he was working on the LXD shenanigans, right? I don't like him too much, but hey. But that's only a handful of people doing that. You need to understand that, guys. You need to understand that very, 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 very good. That guys like you are literally 1%ers. Because I was just like you, and the way I turned... because I basically watched it all the time. You know what I mean? Everybody was watching these stupid Netflix series. I was watching coding, right? And people were laughing at me. What are you watching? You're watching a guy coding. Yes? What are you watching? You're watching things that don't exist. It's actors. Why are you crying? It is actors. You know what I mean? He's not that. He's not that. He's not dying. You know what I mean? So you're the 1%. But all the rest, they're not gonna click on a decentralized poker engine stream. You know what I mean? Oh, they just click it for 3 seconds and they're piecing out because they don't want to, it's too complex for them already. What they want to see is how to make interfaces, how structure a Golang project, because people are learning, right? It's normal, right? Good people are not sitting on YouTube watching how they do other stuff, right? Or they watch streams like me, but it's 1%, right? So they want to learn. So I need to provide also value to the people that want to learn, because there is the gross, that the masses are there. I know that a lot of people came to my channel in the beginning because I did this complex stuff, and this interesting stuff, right, that nobody is doing, and I will keep providing that, especially on Patreon. Trust me, guys, on Patreon, that is where the magic happens. Because you need to understand, I need to market myself also. I cannot do this for free for the rest of my life. So I need to think about how can I monetize this. YouTube is not going to make me rich, you know what I mean? So I need to start monetizing this, and I can tell you the stuff that's on my Patreon, there is no... The whole fucking Udemy does not do this. It's more worth than the whole fucking Udemy together. You know what I mean? Nobody's doing that. But besides that, I need to attract more people to my channel, and I think I'm gonna do that by providing these lower level, these shorter videos that go straight to the topic, right? And then we have 4 days in a week. We have 4 days in a week where I'm doing these complex things. I think that's fine, right? It's 2 hours that I'm streaming. Then it's basically 8 hours a week you have to watch these things. You know what I mean? I think it's a fair deal. Insider. Your videos are like a sort of dopamine to me. I love it. I go nuts coding after the NJ's meeting. Yeah, that's what you need, man. I'm not only going to teach you how to code because I'm 100% sure that Insider and Amir and Kamal and all these guys, you can code, right? I don't need to teach you that stuff. It's just... I know how it is. Sometimes you're a little bit demotivated. You know what I mean? Life is life, you know? I understand. I've been there, right? And then seeing this guy, same age, you know what I mean? Boom. And you get a sort of energy. That's what I want to provide. Because that's what the other streamers also provide to me. So I know that, you know? That's the thing. I've started finishing a project I started 2 months ago and was getting dust on the hard drive. Yeah, man. It is what it is. Just go. Just do it. Konstantin Sulkin. Based. Did I miss something? Did I miss a chat from you? I don't think so. Maybe I forgot something. What do you mean by based? Or maybe it was a response of somebody else. I don't know. Yeah, Kamal, to answer your question. Go 1.12 doesn't list indirect packages. You can't, Kamal, because if your project your project is a binary, right? You know what I mean? Your project it's not a binary. It's a package. But yeah, if your project using Postgres and all that shenanigans, then it will come up to the dependency list, right? So they will be scared to use it. I understand. To be honest, Kamal, you know, I like you. I want to say I love you. I like you, and you're a smart guy and everything. But I think, to be honest, your project is a little bit too big. It's too big of an idea, and I would cut it down. I would cut it down, and I would engineer it in a certain way that you will have a simple package for your HTTP stuff, like some kind of a middleware router thingy with some helpers, JSON functions, blah blah blah. And then I would make it so people can install other repositories also from your GitHub, link to that. So if they just want to use that, then they just need to implement the core, and then if they want to use other stuff, they can hook that up. You need to find a way to hook that up, if you know what I mean. Postgres adapter, SQLite adapter, MongoDB adapter, Cassandra adapter, CockroachDB adapter, name it, you name it, I know it. You know what I mean? I would do it something like that because I swear to God, trust me what I'm going to say to you, I don't think your project is going to kick off because it's too big. And it's not that I don't like it, it's just because I know it. You should make it a little bit more composable, and then you have a good chance to make it work. Konstantin Solken. Respect to Anthony. Thanks, man. Pure Jody streams. I know, man. I loved streaming also, but you need to understand that I really want to finish. I'm already at episode 14 of my content addressable decentralized storage for the Patreons. I want to finish that so I can start something else, right? I want to make another Rust video. I want to go more into Rust. I want to make more Rust compared to Go videos. I want to make more Go videos. I want to finish the website of the high-value software engineers. I want to finish my handbook of the high-value software engineers. I need to answer a shit ton of DMs. I have a girlfriend that I need to satisfy. You know what I mean? I have 2 fucking kids. I need to go to the gym and I train the fucking soccer team. What the fuck? What do I need to do? When I'm gonna play with my balls, when it's my time. You know what I mean? So I need to do a lot of stuff, right? And like I said, if these streams give me a lot of exposure, 2,000 views, I would stream every fucking day. You know what I mean? But it isn't. I don't know why. It's because people want to see pinpoint, precise, straight to the point content. Yeah, it's my son. My son is 5 years, and it's basically the U5, U6, and I'm helping them train these little guys, right? So it's not a big team; it's just a small. It's my own son is playing there, and they asked me, "Hey, would you do that?" So I said, "Yeah." So yes. And my little son, I can swear to God, he has the genes of his dad. He's an animal on the plane, man. His shot, he's only 5 and he's oh man. This guy, I see a big future for him. He's already playing Minecraft like a boss, crashing server. It's crazy, this guy. It's exactly that. It's only the ORM separated from the other stuff, yeah. But then there's no big deal, right, Kamal? But you can separate your ORM also in the separate packages, right? You need to have ORM and then ORM with the Postgres adapter, which you need to make adapters, right? What you need, how these other things do it is they do it with adapters. So you make a Postgres adapter, MongoDB adapter, Cassandra adapter, Redis adapters, and they can import these packages, and then they only have the dependency of Postgres and Redis and all that shenanigans, and let the community make these adapters. You know what I mean? Maybe I should write an adapter for you on stream. Why not? It doesn't matter, right? How to do open source contribution stream or something. You know what I mean? How to make a Redis DB adapter for Kago. You know what I mean? Making some... It's all possible, right? Please write the episode on every video. Go make. Please write the episode on every video. Go make. What do you mean? Go make. Every video you make. I mean, you need to rephrase that because I don't get it. I have no clue what's going on. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. I'm gonna eat. Wat dit is, subtract my karma. Zero comments. One upvote, man. They don't upvote my post. The bastards. Ay. I had this thing on. Wait, you make. So what do you mean, Amir, that I need to... I need to put that into the description or something, or what do you mean? I don't really like the Go bank, to be honest. I think it's kind of a scuffed project. I'm not gonna lie. Although it's all bare metal, right? We use just Mux and we use the native Postgres thing. It's just a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna lie. But and then that GWT stuff and I think a lot of guys gonna have a hard time following it, man. Because although it's beginner, but it's man, it doesn't feel so smooth for myself. The banking video that escalated quickly. I'm gonna finish it though. I'm gonna finish it. Oh, the episode. I see. Ah, I see what you mean. On the thumbnails also, or just the titles. Oh man. Alright guys, are there any more questions? If not, I'm gonna eat my 20 grams of protein, watch some cheap dopamine, and then I go to sleep. It is what it is. Yeah, on the title I see Amir. I will do it. Well. And for the next, I think Sunday, I'm gonna stream probably Sunday or Monday, and we're gonna fix this thing, and we're gonna. I think the next goal of this decentralized poker engine is going to be make it directly where we stopped before our refactor. And then, yeah. Almost there, man. You also need to understand I'm only coding 2 hours a session, right? Which is, yeah. It's fine. Alright, people. Thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing and join the Discord. And otherwise, have a very, very, very nice Friday evening. And I'll see you guys on the next video, Discord, or in the next stream. Right? Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.